Hello and good morning. So we checked out of the Crazy House hostel and now we're heading towards the bus station to head to Zagreb. Unfortunately there's no trains that really run in Croatia, so we've been restricted by the bus, which is unfortunate, but it's going to be a 5-hour journey. You're going to have to get 2 buses, but hopefully once we get there it'll be all good. How are you feeling today? Yeah.
Not quite working up yet.
Yeah. Backpacks feel extremely heavy on this particular day for some reason. Not sure why. We move. So we're travelling by a Riva bus, which from our experience have been better than Flixbus. Well, Flixbus are quite expensive and they're never on time. So far Riva have been pretty good, and so far even today they aren't that early, so that's always good. So we're supposed to arrive in Zagreb at 1:30. It's now 3 o'clock and we've been in standstill traffic for an hour and a half. So it's not been very fun, this bus journey. I just can't wait to get back on trains, to be honest with you. And so we finally made it to our Airbnb and we're quite glad about it. It's been a bit of a rubbish day, to be honest. Anyway, it all looks pretty nice. Nice little studio apartment by the looks of it. Nice little TV, big spacious bed, small kitchen area, a few little suites in there, you love to see it. And bathroom as you'd expect. Ow, that hurt. All you need for a few days. One thing I really appreciate in a hotel room or Airbnb is plug sockets right next to your bed. It's a proper underrated convenience. So we're just heading on out now, just having a look at this beer garden, which is literally 100 metres from our Airbnb. Shelley's in pain because she stubbed her toe. But apart from that, we ate raw potatoes for dinner and a couple of chicken schnitzels.
I didn't even eat them. Louis ate mine as well.
So, realities of budget life. It's a really nice beer garden, but we're going to go for a bit of a walk because we feel really lazy today.
I don't.
Well, we've barely done any steps after having done 20,000 a day for the last 2 months. We've only done about 5,000 today, so your body starts to feel a bit lazy. Hello from Zagreb.
Hello.
So we're going to head out now. We're just going to head through the city centre and go to the Museum of Broken Relationships because it sounds quite interesting. Hopefully we're not an exhibit in there.
There's some funny museums here. There's the Museum of Broken Relationships and the Museum of Hangovers as well.
It's only like a 15-minute walk away, so it should be nice. Just seems like a really chilled out city so far, Zagreb.
Quiet.
Yeah, very quiet city. It's quite nice actually because I've been to a lot of busy cities, so it's a nice change. It's just a few steps to climb. It's a nice view when you get up here though. Yeah. So we've left the Museum of Broken Relationships. It was actually really interesting. Some of it was a bit depressing at times, like to begin with.
Some bits like genuinely like made me want to cry a little bit.
Yeah, some parts were really sad. Like some parts were a little bit obsessive as well and a bit disgusting. There was one where someone's partner had a bike crash, and then he had loads of scabs and scars and stuff. And one of the exhibits was one of the scabs, which was just disgusting.
She's kept for like 27 years or something.
Yeah. So, but yeah, some of them were quite funny actually, but mostly quite sad.
Yeah, it's definitely unlike any other museum I've been to before.
Definitely, yeah. It's definitely worth a visit. So this is St Mark's Church, and the painted tiles in here are just beautiful. It's a real shame that this square's actually got barriers up, so you can't actually walk around it because it looks really beautiful. So I'm not really sure what the reason is for that, but plenty of really nice little parks in Zagreb so far, we've seen.
Yeah, this wedding setup.
Yeah, this is a really nice, cute wedding setup here. It's all very random. I'm not sure what the significance of this is. Pairs of pants and socks on washing lines.
I'm googling it.
This is Zagreb Cathedral. Fortunately, it's also closed off. I think it's just for repairs or redevelopments or something, but it's a bit of a shame because it does look really nice again. So we've been back at the Airbnb for like an hour or two.
Yeah, just got a bit too hot walking around earlier, so we thought we'd come back out when it cooled down a little bit.
Supermarkets have all closed as it's bank holiday, basically.
Yeah, it's a bank holiday.
So we're heading out for food, which isn't really a bad thing here because the supermarket food seems more expensive than actual restaurants themselves. So we've found a cheap restaurant to go to, so we'll see what it's like. But there's a lot of fast food places that are really cheap anyway, so there's plenty of options. I think that's one happy customer. So the place we went to is called Uzusko Pub, which is actually really good and really good value.
I'm so full.
Sometimes when you're travelling you just do need to stuff your face a little bit because you'd go from day to day with just eating minimal amounts of food, so sometimes you do need a good amount. I can't believe how busy it is now. It's just unbelievably different to what it was like earlier. There was barely anyone on the streets at all for about 4 or 5 hours. As it's Saturday, we came to Dolak Market, which is just next to the main square. In a lot of the markets in this part of the world, we've seen fruit with a lot of wasps on them, and they're poured into Shelley's sauces. That means the fruit is very fresh, so the wasps really like it.
If you go to a market where there's no wasps, the fruit's usually been sprayed with like chemicals and...
So it's not fresh, basically.
Yeah. So if there's wasps, that's actually good.
It's mainly just a fresh fruit and vegetables market, so so much to choose from. So, yeah.
Cheese, honey and flowers.
Yeah. So if you want any of those stuff, then definitely come here because there's plenty of options.
It's very cheap.
Yeah. The city's definitely a lot more vibrant today. I think perhaps because it's not a bank holiday and it's a Saturday as well. There's a lot more people that we saw yesterday, which is always good.
I really like it too.
Yeah, I really like it too. So we've walked 10 minutes west on the street called Ilika, which is like the main street where all the trams come up and down. And we've came to British Square, which looks also like a market, which is here on a Saturday. So we're back at St Mark's Church for the changing of the guard. It's meant to be at 12 o'clock on Saturday and Sundays, so we'll just wait here for another 5 minutes. Well, that was disappointing. I don't know if it's because it's all sectioned off, but there was no change of the guard today for whatever reason.
There was a lot of people waiting, so like everybody was expecting it to happen. It's 10 past 12 and...
Yeah, no changing of the guard today. But we were a little bit ticked off because when we were sitting in the park just now, a guy came over with a clipboard and he pretended, well, I'm hoping that he didn't pretend to be deaf and unable to speak, and he had a clipboard saying that he needed money for the Deaf and Blind Centre or something. So I donated like the equivalent of like £5, but then Shelley realised afterwards that it's probably a scam.
Yeah, like I had this feeling, but I'm so annoyed I didn't just like tell Lewis to just not do it, but it's like I froze, like I don't know. And then I watched this TikTok a few weeks ago about somebody getting scammed in Paris with the same sort of thing, but them taking the phone at the same time they take the clipboard away. So all I was focusing was like just watching the phone and making sure that didn't go. But
yeah, but the only thing is I gave like my name and my address, but obviously they can't really do anything with that anyway, but it's just, I feel like they do it just to make it look official.
It's just one of those stupid scams that we fell for, like,
yeah.
They just prey on tourists, don't they?
Yeah, and they play on people's sympathy, which is really frustrating. So this is what the lunch we've been having in Zagreb. So we've been making baguette toasties with like cheese, with Emmental cheese. And then Shelley thought she'd surprise me with my lunch today.
I made it a bit more special, a bit more interesting.
Yeah, so this is what I've got. So she's made me my cheese baguette, and then she's gave me a side of crisps, chocolate, and cereal bar. Oh, she's really spoiling me here.
Living a life of luxury, you are.
Yeah, definitely. So in Zagreb, there's 2 lakes which are nearby. One called Lake Yaran, and one called Lake Bundek. And we're going to head to Lake Bundek now, as it's a little bit closer. It's only like half an hour away.
Yeah, I think it's a bit smaller. But...
yeah, it's a bit of a smaller lake than Yaran, but so we have to get there by tram, and you can buy tram tickets from like little convenience stores. These ones cost us
4 kuna each, which is less than £1 for 2
yeah,
tickets.
which is just crazy.
Never tried. I'm an idiot. Are you not going up there? Well
This
done.
town's kind of like a ghost town.
What did you sing?
There's a song. Considering it's a Saturday in August, I'm very surprised how quiet it is here.
It's actually quite nice.
Yeah, it's nice, but yeah.
I don't know why it's so quiet.
Just a very large open space with not very many people, so it's a little bit strange.
We came to the lake, but we've just been sitting on this bench trying to plan the last little bit of our trip, which is sad, isn't it?
It's also another thing where we're planning more adventures, so it's okay.
We're going to go to Hamburg, but it's really expensive and there's not really any good hostels there. But if we go straight from Prague to Amsterdam, how long is it? 12 hours?
13.
13 hours, so that's not a great option either, so yeah. Oh.
You're not filming me?
I'm not a vlogger. It's really warm. That's warmer than the sea.
I can't really say it's pulling me into it. It's quite a murky colour.
I think if there's ducks, it's just going to be full of poo.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
I dipped my toe in, but it wasn't enticing enough to go full swim.
There's just a complete width.
Yeah, it looks a bit too green for me, which isn't usually a good sign of fresh water. We've just been chilling out for a few hours, and I definitely recommend coming here if you're in the need for a nice chill out at the park. It's a really nice vibe.
I feel like ZAGREB keeps giving us lots of like little hidden secrets, like surprises. Like I keep thinking like we've seen it all, and then there's just loads of nice little cute places, isn't there?
Yeah.
Like this is just in front of the train station.
Plenty of nice parks here, definitely. Going for a gyros at El Greco. It was only the equivalent of like €4 for a gyros. It's so good. Honestly, so good. Our final beer in Croatia. So we had our final Croatian beer, and we've got 17 kuna left.
What I could find, I could buy.
We're going to put it to good use. It's literally like when you go to an arcade and you get those tickets and you're like, well, for these tickets I can get 2 Moams and a lollipop. So we got a fridge magnet in the end, so we got Shelley's one happy customer. She's put a remaining kuna to good use.
We have got 2 kunas left. It's the equivalent to like 10p. So yeah, I'm having a look around.
So we're back at the Airbnb now, so that means our time in Zagreb and our time in Croatia as a whole is now unfortunately over, but
That's really sad.
I know, but we've really enjoyed it here. We've made the most of being able to get food out for the first time in a while and not worry about spending too much money. So that's always nice. But yeah, we're moving on to Bratislava in the morning. We've got an early train, so quite a long travel day. Yeah, we've really enjoyed Zagreb. It's been really nice. Quite an underrated city, I'd say.
Yeah.
Very clean.
You never really hear much about it, do you?
Not really. I've never heard of many people really coming here.
No.
But yeah, I definitely recommend coming here. It's a nice place. Plenty to do. But yeah, next time we'll be in Croatia, we'll be on a different trip and we'll probably see a lot of the coastal places where everyone goes to. So
the reason that we're not going to the coastal areas this time is because there's not actually like...
There's not a developed rail network in Croatia, so you'd have to rely on buses, which if you add them all together, they become quite expensive. So,
so we'll do it another time when we're not interrailing.
Yeah, as for Interrail users, it's not the best to come to Croatia, to put it lightly. So we'll be glad to get back on the trains tomorrow, I think. I'm
so glad we've got no more buses.
Yeah. But anyway, it's been fun, but it's came to an end. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in Bratislava for our next adventure. Bye.
Bye.